Welcome to a brand new episode of Unpeeled. I'm Ben Dietrick.
And I'm Drew Albaugh. Now we head to the severed floor for an update on a new season of a hit show. Lead actor Ben Stiller is bringing news on the production of Season 3 of the hit show Severance. The series has taken the world by storm after its second season saw raving critics' reviews. Stiller says that he plans to work with Apple TV Plus to release the newest season as fast as possible.
The Season 2 finale premiered this past Friday with fans clamoring for more. And after a 3-year wait between Seasons 1 and 2 due to the writer's strikes, Stiller revealed the wait will be shorter than expected, saying, quote, "The goal is definitely not to wait 3 years between 2 and 3. Now, Drew, obviously, we've talked about it. Great reviews for Season 1 and 2. And let's be honest, I think in a lot of people's opinions, it's kind of a trying time for film and TV when it comes to new and original ideas. So the fact that a show is bringing together a concept as original as Severance is and getting great reviews, it's amazing news.
Yeah, this original concept you keep mentioning, pretty much is your home body doesn't know what your work self is doing. So, like the show is called Severance, you're kind of severed. You don't know what's what. Really good reviews, 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've watched Season 1, haven't watched Season 2. Have you watched it at all?
I haven't watched Season 2. I'm like you. I watched Season 1, but I've not watched Season 2. But, I mean, from everything that I've heard, though, it's amazing. And I love that it tackles such a serious topic of, stress in the workplace life and corporate control. And I think it's something that a lot of working people can relate to. And I think that's why it's getting such great reviews.
For sure. Well, don't hold the applause, Ben, because Lady Gaga is back with a brand new tour. The announcement comes after a shock after Gaga initially announced she wouldn't be going on tour.
Gaga took to Instagram to announce the tour and said, quote, "The incredible response to the new album inspired me to keep things going. The Mayhem Ball Tour will begin at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas in July. Pre-sale tickets go on sale Monday, March 31st.
Many people struggle with mental health, and celebrities are no exception. Stars like Selena Gomez and Kelly Clarkson have opened up about their mental health journeys and struggles in past years. Celebs have started to become more candid about their health journeys, speaking out on social media.
Fans have recently become concerned about singer Justin Bieber after he posted new images on Instagram. He captioned the images, quote, "I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic." This is not the first time Bieber has posted something like this, causing many fans to worry about the former child star. Drew, it's a very popular saying, money and fame does not buy happiness. And here we have a great example. Justin Bieber doesn't have to work a day for the rest of his life.
50 lifetimes, he is set.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, he is set, and yet he still has so much drama or trauma that he has to deal with, and because of a lot of societal expectations and pressure.
Right. I mean, you mentioned child star. I think that's one of the main reasons why he has been in the spotlight since he was a teenager. It's been one of the main reasons why this pressure has kind of been building for so long. And look, I don't know what I would do if I was in that spotlight for 20 odd some years. I couldn't do it. I know that.
I think it's a lot harder than people make it out to be. And I remember when I was a kid, Justin Bieber was like the punching bag of the internet. There were so many jokes and memes about people like acting like it was funny to hate on Justin Bieber.
Yeah, and I was in on that, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, but it's easy to troll behind an anonymous screen, but these are real people that have to deal with real issues. And
for sure.
I'm glad that more attention is being brought to
light.
light.
Celebrities are human too, right?
Absolutely. Well, in lighter news, Women's March Madness made history this week with the 7th largest margin of victory ever for a first round. The record was first set back in 2017 when number 1 seed Baylor beat number 16 seed Texas Southern by 89 points in the first round.
This year, number 2 seed UConn beat 15 seeded Arkansas State 103-34 at one point, leading by 72 points. UConn is en route for its first championship since 2016, and this win could have started the Huskies off on the right foot. Paige Beckers and everybody over at the Huskies are absolutely rolling. I picked UCLA to win it all, but UConn has a great shot.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, look, here's the thing with the NCAA tournament this year. For both the men's and the women's side, a lot of blowouts in the first round, which a lot of people
are saying the death of college basketball.
Right, which is ridiculous. I mean, look, everybody loves their Cinderella stories. They love their underdogs. But look, here's the thing. With the amount of blowouts in the first round, it means that the best teams are going to be competing with each other later on in the tournament. It is going to create must-see television.
And it's kind of like dessert, right? You can't eat dessert before the meal. You got to wait till the very end. That's what we're about to see. The best teams playing the best. We didn't get to see a lot of upsets in the women's or the men's side, but we're about to see a lot of college hoops at a very high level starting on Friday, or Thursday rather. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, absolutely. And on the women's side, North Carolina and Duke, that legendary rivalry, they'll be going head to head. That should be incredibly exciting to watch.
You have South Carolina winning it?
I had USC, but Juju Watkins injury.
All right, that's a tough blow.
I'm still going to pick them. I'm going to remain strong in my prediction.
Gotta stick to your guns, for sure. And we're off to the batting cages as MLB opening day is upon us. The new season kicked off last week, actually, with games in Japan featuring the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs.
After the Dodgers' electric World Series win last year, fans are excited to see the faces of their favorite players, including new international stars and longtime favorites. The season officially kicks off tomorrow with the Yankees playing the Milwaukee Brewers at 3 p.m.
When we return, we learn more about a problematic Impractical Joker star.
And a popular production company is cutting costs in major ways. Don't go anywhere, Unpeelers.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
Welcome back to Unpeeled. Impractical Joker star Joe Gatto is facing sexual assault allegations, and our pop culture reporter Sigourney Bell has more.
Thank you, Ben. A TikToker by the username of JOOZYB posted a video with now over 20 million views accusing the comedian Joe Gatto of sexually assaulting her when she was 19. Now the TikToker shares DMs and pictures with Joe Gatto, which she claims is proof of the assault, with one including a graphic picture of the bruise she claims was given to her by Gatto. After her videos garnered lots of attention, she posted another one describing her frustrations over the situation and addressing comments of people who don't believe her story. Now, a representative of Joe Gatto sent a statement from Gatto to Page 6, which responded to these allegations, saying, quote, "I have used poor judgment and as a result have violated the trust of the people I love most. But anyone who knows me at all knows I wouldn't assault anyone." When reading the statement, fans felt a little confused because they were expecting him to deny the claim outright, but the statement almost seems as though Gatto is admitting to crossing boundaries with a young woman. The statement continues by Gatto saying he will continue working on himself and he's taking a break from the public eye to focus his energy where it is needed. However, in the meantime, according to People magazine, another alleged victim is stepping forward but has decided to remain anonymous. The second woman claims she met Gatto when she was only 15 at his live show, and once she turned 18, Gatto's behavior became inappropriately flirtatious. Allegedly, she was employed by him where she says he would inappropriately grab her and ask for back massages, saying she was fearful to reject him because she didn't want to lose her job. As of now, Joe hasn't responded to the second claim. Continue to keep you updated. I'm your pop culture reporter, Sigourney Bell.
Thanks so much, Sigourney. Media and entertainment company Paramount is cutting costs and shrinking revenue. Our TV reporter Victoria Daly has more to share on this. Victoria, what do you got?
Thanks, Drew. When you click on a movie, more times than not, the iconic graphic of stars forming a circle around the mountain peak shows on the screen. This is media company Paramount's staple movie intro, as the company has produced movies like The Titanic and Indiana Jones. Paramount is now facing setbacks as they implemented a cost-cutting plan at the end of 2024. Mass media partner Paramount Global put a plan into place that reduced U.S. employees by 15%. This translated to a loss of 2,000 jobs. Additionally, the company shut down Paramount Television Studios. The goal of the program is saving Paramount $500 million annually, yet that comes at the cost of layoffs, asset sales, and profit drops. Paramount believes that these cost-cutting methods are working towards the bigger goal of bringing the company to profitable growth, sustained profit in streaming for 2025, and putting an end to redundant functioning of the program. Most recently, Paramount announced over the weekend that their CBS Mornings is moving locations from Times Square to the network's West Side location in Manhattan later this year. This is due to lack of enthusiasm by fans at studio sites and by challenges due to the news division. CBS Mornings still falls behind ABC and NBC in rankings. In addition, Paramount's second quarter fell 11% due to declines in TV licensing, advertising, and cable subscription revenues. And Paramount Plus subscription holders has decreased from last quarter to this quarter, yet streaming revenue is on the rise altogether. So Paramount hopes that the plan and their efforts will help the company in the future. I'm your TV reporter, Victoria Daly.
After the break, our Syracuse events reporter has the details on a student-run show coming to Shine Underground. Be right back.
Welcome to an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
Both Syracuse men's and women's lacrosse is top 10 in the nation as they enter ACC play. Our sports reporter Riley Underwood is keeping us up to date on the season so far. Riley, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Drew. How are you doing?
Well, pretty good. Now Syracuse men's lacrosse is doing better. So what can you tell us about how they're doing?
Well, they're really all on the same page right now. I mean, the team's won 4 straight after losing 2 in a row, so they've kind of gotten back on track. In their last game against Colgate, both Joey Spallina and Owen Hiltz both reached their 200th career points, and it was on the same play, the Spallina to Hiltz goal, and then it's really been all the Joey Spallina show, but it's been the other players on the team that have been doing really well as too. Jimmy McCool, the goalkeeper, got a career-high 18 saves in that game. And also, it's been the face-offs that's been an underrated part of the Syracuse Orange's success. John Mullen's gotten 67% of his face-offs so far, so the Orange, Gary Gate, they're rolling.
Yeah, John Mullen, top 10 in face-off win percentage. He's been dominating. So what's the upcoming schedule look like for Syracuse? They going to do good, bad? What do you got for us?
Well, I think it's going to just be more of a challenge because they're entering ACC play. On Sunday, they travel down to Charlottesville to play at Virginia at 1 p.m. And then the next 4 games after that, not an unranked opponent. So that includes number 1 Cornell that they have to face. So that's the only non-ACC team that they're going to play. So it's a pretty tough gauntlet upcoming for the Orange, and we'll really see what they're made of these next 5 games to close out the regular season.
So you've talked about men's lacrosse, but the women's team, they've been rolling as well. How good have they been doing, and what do they got coming up?
Well, they've been doing pretty well. They've won 3 straight, and they're also number 8 in the nation. So both the men's and the women's teams are number 8 in the nation. Goalkeeper Daniela Gayet just won ACC Defensive Player of the Week. She had 11 saves in both of their 2 most recent games. They also set the program attendance record over 3,600. Came to watch them play against Notre Dame. They're also playing the Cavaliers. They play Virginia. They play at home in the Dome on Sunday.
The Dome was bumping. I had the pleasure to go to that game. Wow, absolutely crazy scenes for women's lacrosse. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Riley.
Yeah, no problem.
Great stuff as always, boys. And now from the Dome to the Shine Underground, our Syracuse events reporter Sydney Chan previews the entirely student-organized Prism concert series happening this weekend.
The annual Prism Concert Series is back on Saturday, March 29th at 4 p.m., and 6 artists will fill the space with good music and good vibes. Co-PR and marketing head and sophomore music industry major Maya Perez has been working with 3 other students since about mid-January to plan this event.
We made the schedule for when the content's going to be posted. We have a team of diligent workers who are helping us make all this content, trying to make the concert appear more as like one of your local house shows.
And to take things up a notch, Prism underwent a rebrand. For the first time, the concert series has a theme, Prism in Paradise.
I wanted to add a theme to make it more exciting to come and also to have a more consecutive look of the marketing that we're doing on our side. This concert experience is interesting and unique just because it's all student run. We have the producers, our students, lovely Lizzie and Josh. We have our own sound person. We have someone doing lights for us that's also a student, so it's all purely student run, and all of the artists that are involved in it are also students. We have 6 amazing, wonderful artists/bands coming in to perform. Completely different vibes across the board. It's going to be a fun time, but we have indie rock, which is mimicking Mars. On the other side, we have Nakar with R&B. So we're really just like having all these different vibes come so that everyone who can come gets a little taste of the kind of music that they want to hear.
After an absolute tundra of a winter, Syracuse is finally defrosting. This free event for all Syracuse community members is the perfect way to cue in warm weather's welcome return. Reporting from the Shine Underground, Sydney Chan, CitrusTV.
Thanks so much, Sydney. And when we return, we discuss The Bachelor's shocking finale. Stay tuned, Unpeelers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Unpeeled. ABC's The Bachelor aired its season 29 finale on Monday. Here to recap the night is our reality TV reporter, Lane Yeager. Lane, it's an honor to be on this show with you once again.
Of course.
First things first here, could you tell us a little bit more about this final episode?
Absolutely. Latia Gar and Juliana Pasgrosa were the final two women leading into this finale after this year's Bachelor. Grant Ellis sent home Zoe McGrady the previous week during the Fantasy Suites round. Now, Grant was incredibly split on his decision between the two women the entire finale and was split up until the exact moment that host Jesse Palmer needed to know who to send to the limo first for Grant to break up with them. And fans had been speculating that Grant was not engaged at all during the women's tell-all just a couple weeks prior. However, Grant ultimately dumped Latia and proposed to Juliana at the end of the night.
Sounds like quite a plot twist to me. So what was Latia's reaction to being broken up with?
Latia voiced that she was both disappointed and confused by Grant's decision straight to his face. Take a look.
You've said to me all along the way, make this decision that you've made so much more devastating. For me, the switch up is crazy.
After the final rose, which is the sort of reunion style talk show that aired right after the finale, Latia voiced and quoted many things that Grant had told to her throughout the process, and she highlighted the night before decision day in which Grant had told her that he couldn't wait to get engaged to her and quote, "I love you, I love you, I love you." She also recalled their first one-on-one in which he told her that she was the one and he could stop the show right then and there. And if I was Juliana, I would not want to hear my fiance saying that to another woman.
Yeah, tea. So what were fans' reactions to the finale?
Fans were really rallying behind Latia on Twitter or on X and TikTok, and were voicing their mutual confusion with Grant's decision. However, Grant and Juliana are still happily engaged, so we're all just gonna have to see if the relationship is gonna last.
We'll have to see indeed. Well, thank you so much, Lane.
Of course.
Yeah, after those comments, I don't know how much longer that's going to last, but we'll have to wait and see. Gap is America's classic casual wear, but recently the brand that once defined mall culture is making headlines for a different reason, a surprising fashion comeback. Our fashion reporter, Cammie Bremer, takes a closer look at Gap's renewed cult status and the strategic moves that may be breathing new life into this heritage brand.
Thanks, Drew. Gap, once written off as a relic of retail past, is now back in the style spotlight. From street style stars to high fashion collabs, the logo sweatshirt isn't just back, it's in. The comeback story begins with a shift in sentiment. In an era where nostalgia sells, Gen Z and millennial consumers are embracing brands that once filled their childhood closets. Gap's DNA has always been about unfussy style, pieces that feel familiar but also functional. In 2025, that's not a liability, it's a strength. As trends become faster and louder, Gap's stripped-back look is feeling fresh again and recast as purple minimalism. And Gap's not just riding a vintage wave, it's getting strategic. Under the creative director of Zach Posen and fresh off the hype of celebrity sightings, the brand is cultivating relevance and new design language focused on silhouettes and modern materials. Celebrities like Emma Chamberlain to Anne Hathaway and Timothée Chalamet are pushing the narrative forward. From a classic sweatshirt to event dresses and a workwear-inspired Gap set, they're spreading the word by storm. What makes this comeback different is that Gap isn't trying to be anything it's not. Instead of embracing the very things that once made it iconic, clean silhouettes, functional fabrics, and a brand identity built on reliability. This time, those qualities feel radically modern. It's a reminder that sometimes what's old really can feel new again when it's done right. As the brand leads into its core values and simplicity takes center stage, Gap is finding its voice in a noisy industry, and it's speaking our language. So Drew, does this mean we'll be seeing you in a Gap sweatshirt soon?
Well, Cami, I used to have a Gap sweatshirt, but then I got rid of it. It's with my younger brother now. When we return, we'll be heading outside for a new music festival's lineup. Don't go anywhere, Unpeelers.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Seem like it in Syracuse, but spring is finally here, and so is festival season. Outside Lands dropped their 2025 lineup today. Tyler, the Creator, who was just announced as a Coachella headliner, is set to perform in San Francisco as well.
And other performers include Gracie Abrams, Doechii, and John Summit. 3-day tickets are on sale now. The festival is scheduled for August 8th through the 10th. Now, we here at Unpeeled, we collaborated with some of our reporters, and we came up with our own Unpeeled Lands, our own dream lineup.
Well,
now, here we go.
And these were the ones the top reporter artist picked. It's not the top 4 we ended up going with. So we have, Noah Kahan, Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift, etc. Who's your favorite out of this whole list?
Personally, I'd have to go with The Weeknd. I think he is a generational pop artist, and honestly, I think he's been getting better and better. Hurry Up Tomorrow, my personal album of the year. Now, what about you, though?
Well, I think that my favorite's probably Taylor Swift. Now, I don't know. Lana Del Rey is a little interesting of a pick. I don't know. I'm not too sure what I would go with, but probably if I had to choose, it'd probably be Taylor Swift.
Now, we came up with our own top 4 just based on everybody's picks in general. And so right here, we have 4 of the biggest superstars on the planet. We got Beyonce, Drake, The Weeknd, and Taylor Swift, some mammoths in the music industry. How are you feeling about this lineup?
I'm feeling pretty good. Taylor Swift at the bottom, definitely a little bit of an interesting play. That might have some people up in arms, including myself.
That's going to ruffle some feathers.
For sure. You got Drake, who might be the most controversial figure for sure. Kind of on the downturn right now, especially after Kendrick Lamar and his whole debacle after the Super Bowl. But yeah, I would go with Taylor Swift, Drake, The Weeknd, Beyonce. I mean, we could sell out 3 domes with this amount of stardom.
Oh, forget just one. We could easily fill up 3 loud houses with these people. And, look, here's the thing with Drake, okay? You mentioned it earlier, right? A lot of controversy with him right now. Personally, I'm more of a fan of his older stuff, so if he were to perform, more of those hit songs, it'd be a lot better for me. But, as far as the other 3, I mean, you definitely cannot deny their influence, and that would be a huge concert for sure.
Yeah, God's Plan, am I right?
That is a song that exists, yes. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have with you tonight.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on our socials at CitrusTV on X and at Unpeeled Syracuse on Instagram. I'm Drew Albaugh.
And I'm Ben Dietrick. Have an amazing night, as always, Syracuse.